Hello, everybody. I know Randy Lewis. He's Hello. Do you fucking hear me now? Okay, that's what I'm talking about. All right, short shit to the bunch. Me and my brother, he was the oldest, and I was the tallest. I don't know what else to say. He always had to do everything first. We moved north side when I was about 5 years old and got out of the hood, and he had to be the first one to run down the basement steps. They had a big cellar door, so I slammed the door and cut 4 of his fingernails off. 5 points for me. Because he tormented me all my life with Godzilla dolls and all that happy horse shit. My mom was carefully had palm leaves in my bed when it dried up, sound like rattlesnakes, and he put roller skates on the floor for me to bust my head on the way out of the top bunk. So guess what? I ain't even gonna name all this shit he did to me, but I'm gonna name a little thing in Kansas City, Ogden, Kansas, down there at Fort Riley. When he joined us, he was already in the service. He said, "Mom, Dad's getting divorced. Move down here with me. I'll take care of you." I said, "Okay," and I'm gonna take care of you. So I paid all that karma back to him. He was a G.I. Joe man. He got his camouflage shit on one night. And he said, "We're gonna get free cable tonight. I'm in electronics and I'm sewing in the cable." So he climbed his little short ass up that pole and he said, "Now, if you see the MP or sheriff, holler for me." As soon as he got to work, and I said, "Sheriff MPs!" He slid down that pole and he had 9-foot splinters sticking out of his balls. He chased me around the first mobile home I ever seen in my life, and I was going through the middle and he'd run all the way around. And he'd get the other side, "Where you at, fucker?" And I'd be over the inside. "I'm over here." So he finally couldn't catch me anymore. He gave up. I slept in the car that night. And that's just something I just wanted to say about me and him. I know it probably don't make no sense to nobody, but I don't really give a shit. It makes sense to me.
And he didn't give a shit either.
Okay? But here's the last little tidbit before I let Jim go back to singing, because he's a hell of a singer and a hell of a guitar player. I was out there screaming for him. Nobody else screamed, but I screamed. Him and Sherry took me to Mad Hatton, Kansas that night. Well, wait a minute, I done messed up half the story. Sherry showed up the door one day down that little trailer park, had 5 mobile homes in it, and the guns would shoot, and they all leaned aside because they were 10 by 20s or some shit. But my bedroom was a fucking closet. You slid a door in a pocket, you jumped into bed. Sherry hated me because I had Marilyn Chambers pictures everywhere, tied in a knot. Boy, she used to hate that shit. But Kenny gave me the book. I had one fucking tape down there. It was a cassette tape of Van Halen 1984. There was no radio stations. There was nothing. That's what I listened to for 8 months, 9 months, whatever was there. I started teaching Army boys how to smoke weed at school, and their little Army school they sent me to. And I had a WKRP in Cincinnati shirt with everybody on it, and I had them believing I partied with everyone, especially Venus Flytrap. That was my man. And them little gullible sons of bitches, they'd smoke that weed. And, well, I finally said, "The hell would I quit school with 3 days?" Sent the sheriff here. Kenny had to go to court. All these George Washington little idiots come in there with all that white lock shit hanging on their heads. I'm like, I'm 14 years old. I got a beard and long hair. That is dumb. And Kenny sitting next to me in the chair. The chair sat way back, and I'm sitting back, and he's like, "Just sit up. I said, "Well, why is it made like that?" "You're going to get me locked up." I said, "You're going to Leavenworth anyway because of what I did. I skipped 3 days of school and taught Army boys how to smoke weed." Well, judge come in, everybody did their thing. "Excuse me, sit up." And I stood up. I said, "I'm Rodney Parm, this is Kenny Parm. He's sending me back to Cincinnati, and I'm ready to go now. We ain't got it." Judge said, "Sit down." I sat down. He said, "It's going to be quick and simple. You got to midnight tonight to get his ass on a bus, on a Greyhound. I want him heading due east to Cincinnati, Ohio, never return to the state of Kansas." I got kicked out of Kansas. I'm never allowed to go back there. That's all I want to say.
We love Cincinnati.